Y'all knows before X, man, this DDG and Reggie shit has got completely out of control. Kai Cenat ain't choosing sides. I know DDG mentioned something about Kai Cenat and he was upset that Kai Cenat could have been into the beef. But at the end of the day, y'all are grown men. People shouldn't be bringing up anybody's dead relatives. But one thing I am going to say that I always felt strange is that DDG's brother's funeral, he did wear his YouTube freaking logo hoodie, which is just completely and utterly strange. Why are you promoting? Why are you even having that on your shirt? And then you don't even seem sad. There was no way in hell you don't have tears flowing down your face. You just talking like anybody nah, that shit don't seem right.
Dead folks and people that passed away, we not on that. I see my homies said what they said, you feel what I'm saying, after Dub, who initiated the talking about dead people, you feel what I'm saying, which he's not holding himself accountable, you know what I mean? But I see what's going back and forth. Me personally, I'm not speaking on the nigga dead people because I feel like that's low. And I honestly don't think that I have to go that low because these niggas are not getting under my skin. You know what I mean? But the fact that DDG feel like the setting an example of a nigga dad passed away and shit, you feel what I'm saying? My dad was not killed, murdered, nothing. Mind you, my dad was really in the streets. No cap. Like, I ain't like, my dad was a real goofy nigga. I never said I hated my dad. I feel like this shit give me a perfect time to actually express myself about this shit because I never really got to talk about that shit, you feel what I'm saying? It's like my dad really wasn't a nigga, you feel what I'm saying? Niggas gotta understand, like, sometimes life or life and a nigga might not be able to do everything that he want to do, but that don't make that nigga a bad person. Was that nigga 100% of my life? No. Do I hate my dad? No. Nigga said I was a bad person. He got on his YouTube shirt with his username under it. My thing is, it's like, is you sad or not? And I don't want to hear.
Now, at the end of the day, at his brother's freaking funeral, why do you even have that shirt on? That is questionable as hell, regardless of who you are, whose side you taking. This has to be something that raises an eyebrow. Why do you have a freaking DDG logo for YouTube on your shirt? Like, what the heck is really going on here? And then you don't even look like you was crying. And I ain't gonna say exactly what I want to say, but there's a lot of people that want to enter into Hollywood. There's a lot of people that want to rise to new heights, and they will delete someone in order to reach that level. And it is quite strange and suspicious, if you ask me.
Oh, I just grabbed a hoodie. This is my only hoodie. Why did you wear this hoodie, DDG? Because you wanted your YouTube to go up off of your brother. All right, that's all I'm saying, bro. But these niggas say I'm lame for not going to my dad's funeral. But this is
But that is kind of strange too, Reggie, at the end of the day. I know that Dub came at you, but y'all got to understand certain things just shouldn't even be said on both sides. And I know how the shit started, which is to me, I feel like it was all petty altogether. I feel like it was petty altogether. But when you start bringing in people's relatives that have passed away, and then that's nobody business, right? But since y'all open it up for people to have their own perspective, not going to your dad's funeral and you saying that you respect your dad and this and the third, that says a lot. DDG not crying at his brother's funeral, literally promoting his YouTube channel, says a lot. But these things should never be touched upon on either side. I feel like out of respect as a bigger man, you should just say, you know what, you touching on that. Let that person crash out and look foolish. You don't say nothing. Let that person crash out and look foolish, not you. But the way DDG was talking at his brother's funeral didn't really seem like he was, devastated. It didn't come off as if he had a certain level of contrite. But it is a little strange.
this is what you doing for your brother. You want the nigga who harmed your family to get life in jail. But when a nigga tell you your music ass, you want a box.
That is crazy. I mean, shoot, you should want an off buddy that did something to your family. Freak life. You should want to off him. And then you got this dude saying that your music sucks, and then you want to fight him immediately, right? It's the same thing go for Reggie though. Reggie riding hard, on DDG, on certain areas because he had a statement towards something, a girl that posted that Cash App scam bullshit. And to be honest, let him look like that individual. Let him, say whatever he want to say at the end of the day, because it's just gonna make DDG look like the kind of person that co-signs something. You don't have to be the one to be like, oh, you know what, this person here is just a fool or whatever for going with the grain. Let that person go with the grain. Let them look like the individual that's co-signing nonsense. But to me, a lot of shit just be, kicked up out of the blue. You never know if they doing this to each other in order to enhance each other's career. Remember, he was just talking about that B one-on-one at streaming university. So who knows? This could be something that they both trying to use to stay relevant and go to higher heights.
I rest my case.
Anybody with a brain know that this nigga dead ass wrong, bro. Anybody with a brain. If my brother on some bullshit, it's been situations where my brother was arguing with a nigga and I called him and I'm like, bro, you tripping. Chill, bro. Like, sometimes you gotta hold your homies accountable, and when you don't, it falls back on you and make you look bad, bro. Like, you niggas know when they homies wrong.
Hey, man, listen, at some point, they gotta squabble up and fight. I don't care what anybody says. You can't keep going back and forth online forever. All that Team DDG, Team Reggie. Nah, I'm trying to see some haymakers at this point. You gonna let Reggie talk about your son, DDG? Let him repost your baby mama with the new man? Bro, I'd be sick as fuck.
Yeah, he posted, when he posted up, you know, Holly Bailey with that new guy. Even though DDG didn't really seem phased by it, but that's the level of pettiness that is being done online nowadays. A lot of people have no respect for each other. A lot of people don't. But Dub has said things in the past that has literally been outrageous. The same thing that happened with Ari's sister. The way he said that, and then Ari's sister boyfriend decided to crash out on Dub for saying some outlandish things about his lady. And don't get me wrong, a lot of people feel like, why you riding so hard for it? But a lot of people got to realize a lot of people do not have the same level of morale, code of ethics. They don't. Some people see things as highly disrespectful. It depends on where you're from, your cultural background. There's a lot of things involved in that. You just can't be like, oh, da 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 da. Nah, people, just like somebody might say something about your lady, you don't trip. But then you might say something about somebody else's lady, and they gonna fucking crash out. So it just depends on the individual and what they consider disrespect. And I don't know.
Reggie, you gonna let DDG do that to your dad? After dissing dads across the whole nation? No, get back, bro.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. When DDG had a screensaver of Reggie's father, was crazy.
But actually, that's kind of what Reggie did by having his people defend him.
Hello. My niggas keep saying when niggas see me.
Imagine being able to build
I don't know. That shit crazy to me.
a complete
That's it. When you see me, 6 foot tall, 6'4" wingspan, 2 guns, and mad of artillery. Chill, Tata. Don't say too much to it, cause they know how you get. I ain't gonna lie. They know how you get. They know how you get. I'm telling you. Let's go! I'm telling you, Twigger. I haven't streamed in so long. I ain't gonna lie. Niggas worry about me. They lucky you ain't streamed today. I'm telling you.
We even got the entirety of Baltimore.
Goodness gracious. You got Baltimore people coming out of nowhere. And to be honest with you, it's just silliness. Let's go to here right quick. Let me see something.
That's why he did now. I'm one of them type, bro. Don't argue with me if you know your cousin just died, bro. Don't argue with me if you know your cousin just got shot. That's not smart, bro. I'm talking about your cousin in the worst way possible, bro. Like to try to argue with you knowing they people just died. You said I'm ugly? Didn't your cousin just get shot in his head? Why didn't he duck? I'm foul. I'm being honest, bro. It ain't no rules. It ain't no rules when it come down to this joke. So once we start joking back and forth and you say something about me, I can say whatever I want. It ain't no limits on it. You go low, I'm going to hell. You go low, I'm going straight to hell.
So you heard that. He said you go low, I'm going straight to hell. Let me know what you guys think about the situation. Do you believe that DDG and them, his family, because this is what Reggie's implying, that DDG sacrificed his brother in order to get more fame. That's basically what he's trying to say. That's basically what he's trying to say. They both doing low blows. There's a lot of things going back and forth. Reggie posting Holly saying, I can see your halo playing Beyonce in the song with people, in the background. That shit is nuts. But let me know what you guys think. And I'm up out of there.